This question tests your understanding of expanding and simplifying equations, and the first part says expand and simplify this expression. So let's look at this. Let's write it down first of all. 2x plus 3 times 3x minus 5, and that's equivalent to, so if we start with 2x, we have to multiply all expressions in there by 2x. So we've got 6x. X times x is x squared, okay. 2x times minus 5 is minus 10x. Now moving on to the second part of this, we have to multiply 3 by everything in here. So 3 times 3x is 9x, and 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. Simplifying that, we've got 6x squared minus 10 plus 9 is minus x minus 15. So we've got a quadratic equation there. So on to the second part of the question, and I'm going to show you two ways of doing this. I will show you my preferred method first, but you may actually prefer the second. Solve the following simultaneous equations. So what I'm going to do is say 5x plus 2y equals 5 is a equivalent of multiplying that by 3, we've got 15x plus 6y equals 15. And for this second one, 7x plus 3y equals 9 is equivalent of, and I'm going to write this underneath this one, so what I'm doing is multiplying by 2, so that's 14x plus 6y equals 18. And basically what I'm doing here is I've multiplied the top one by 3 on both sides. So you got multiplied 5 by 3, 2 by 3 and 5 by 3, so you got 15, 6 and 15. And with the second equation I've multiplied 7, multiplied this by 2 on both sides, so we've got 7 times 2 is 14, 3 times 2 is 6, and 9 times 2 is 18. Now subtracting the equations, we get 14 minus 15 is x. That is, they cancel each other out. 6y minus 6y is 0. And we got x equals 15 minus 18 is minus 3. Now substituting x equals minus 3 into 5x plus 2y equals 5 gives minus 15 plus 2y equals 5. So 2y equals 5 plus 15. So y equals 20 over 2. So y equals 10. You can check back your answers. So if we try and substitute minus 3 into there, that gives us minus 21 plus 3 times 10 is 30. So 30 minus 20 minus 21 is equal to 9. So we can be confident we've got our calculation right. So x equals minus 3 and y equals 10. So now this is the second way of doing it. As I say, some of you may prefer to do this. So let's take the first equation, 5x plus 2y equals 5. And let's express this in terms of y. So 2y, by subtracting 5x from both sides, we get 5 minus 5x. And that is equal to y equals 5 minus 5x over 2. Substituting y into second equation, we get 7x plus, and we're putting y in here, so we got 3 times 5 minus 5x over 2 equals 9. So simplifying the equation, what we've got is 7x plus 3 times 5 is 15 over 2. 3 times minus 5x over 2 is minus 15x over 2 equals 9. So multiplying both sides by 2, what we get is 14x plus 15 minus 15x equals 18. So I hope you can see that by multiplying that by 2, we're just left with 15 on the top. By multiplying that by 2, we're left with minus 15x on the top. But we have to balance both sides. So so we also have to multiply the 7x times 2 as well. So we get 14x, and we have to multiply this side by 2 as well. So we're left with 18. So simplifying that, we get minus x equals 18. Subtracting 15 from both sides, we get is equal to minus x equals 3. So x equals minus 3 by multiplying both sides by minus 1. So once you've got x equals to minus 3, we'll substitute x into 5x plus 2y equals 5. So we're left with minus 15x, minus 15 by substituting that in, plus 2y equals 5. And so we're left with 2y equals 20, y therefore equals 10, just as before. And again, once again, if you substitute those back into your equations, then you can be sure you've got the right answer. So on to the final part of this rather long question. Make t the subject of the formula 3t equals d multiplied by 5 minus t. So what we need to do is express the formula in terms of t. So let's start 3t, expanding that out is 5d minus d times t. Okay, so let's get the t's onto that side. So we got 3t, and we want to add dt to both sides, so we get plus dt equals dt minus dt is nothing, so we're left with just 5d. Okay, so let's take t out of the equation here. So let's say t, so we've taken t out, so that's 3 plus d equals 5d. So dividing both sides by 3 plus d, we're left with t equals 5d over 3 plus d. And that's your answer. You've expressed that equation in terms of t. Now, if you want to double check you've not made a stupid mistake somewhere, you can try substituting in a figure. So let's say d is equal to 2. That makes the top 10, makes the bottom 5. So for d equals 2, t equals 2. If we go back to our original formula, we should be able to substitute t equals 2 and d equals 2 in there, and they should balance. So on this side we've got 3 times 2 is 6. On this side we've got 5 times 2 is 10, and d minus times minus t is minus 4, because you got 2 times minus 2. 10 minus 2 is 6. So you can see both sides balance, and that we've got the answer right.